Thanks for joining me today. We're going to look at how to create a quiz in a Google Classroom. So I'm here in my Google Classroom. These are the classes that I have. I'm going to just go ahead and click on this first class and create my quiz here. Once you're logged into your class, you're going to go to this menu at the top and click Classwork. And then once you're here, this is all the classwork that you currently have assigned and the different topics that they're filed under. So like Unit 1 is one of my topics and Test Topic 2 is one of my topics. So today I'm going to create a quiz in my Unit 2. So I'm going to click Create and I'm going to create this quiz assignment. And notice you have some options. If you have more than one class, you can click and assign them to as many classes as you want here. So you only have to do this once. And then you can also assign them to individual students or all students. I don't have any students in this class, so that's why I don't have that choice. So I'm going to give this a name and call it my Unit 2 quiz. And then I'm just going to say, these are the instructions that will appear on the page in Google Classroom before you actually open the quiz. So I'm going to say, please take the quiz that is linked below. You can set this to how many points you want it to be worth. I'm going to just leave mine at 100, and you can also set a due date. So I'll just pick next Friday as my due date. And then the other cool thing is that you can do topics. So that was what I was showing you a minute ago. So I have Unit 1, Test Topic 2. I want to create a new topic and call this Unit 2. And the reason that I'm going to do this is because it helps organize your stuff for the students, but it's also going to make it easier for you when you want to reuse these things. So next semester, if you want to reuse this quiz, you can, and it'll be easier to find if you put them under topics. So now, I'm not ready to assign yet. I need to go in and click on this quiz. So it's going to open a new tab, as you noticed up here. And I'm now in Google, and this is actually a Google form. So I'm going to name this Unit 2 quiz. I'm going to name it there. Oops. Unit 2 quiz. And then I'm going to come down here and start typing in my questions. It automatically defaults to giving you a multiple choice question, but right here you can change this. So if you want them to write out a short answer, I would click paragraph. Short answer is just a few words. If you want them to write a couple of sentences, I'd click paragraph. Check boxes, a drop-down menu, you can have them upload a file. Know that if you're not picking like multiple choice, then you're going to have to grade it yourself afterwards. So if you do multiple choice, you can do the correct answer, or I believe a drop-down will do that as well, but like file upload, paragraph, things like that won't grade for you. So I am going to type in just a silly question. What? And it actually can kind of sense what it thinks you want. So it decided I needed multiple choice. So I'm going to write purple, and then I'm going to write blue, red. You can put as many options as you want. And then when you're happy with your options, notice out here you can also add images to go with any of these. If you wanted to add an image to support an option choice, you could. So if you were ever going to put a math problem, you could screenshot the math problem or a formula or things like that. Or if you needed them to look at a picture and choose an answer, from a picture. So I'm going to go to answer key and I'm going to check what the right answer is. And you're also going to assign how many points you want it to be worth. So kind of think about it ahead of time. If I'm going to have 20 questions, I'd make them worth 5 points each. Maybe in this quiz, there's only going to be 10 questions, so they're worth 10 points each. You can also make them each worth different amounts of points. So maybe this one's worth 10, but maybe my next one's worth 20. So I'm going to click Done. two things I'd recommend. Right here where it says required, I would turn that on. That'll force them to have to answer this question before they can submit. That way they won't forget one. And then also, if you look here in the little three dots menu, you can click shuffle option order. So if you don't want all the kids to have their answer choices all in the same order, you can click that and it'll shuffle them around and they'll all look different. So now I'm ready for another question. You're going to use this menu over here and you're going to use this top one and just click and it'll add a new question. So now that I've done that, you can keep adding as many questions as you want. So I'm just going to stop there. And then I'm going to click back here to the original tab and I'm going to click assign. You can also schedule it to assign it later if you want, or you can save the draft if you're not done. So if I didn't want it to actually show up for my kids today, but I wanted it to be next week, I could click schedule. But I'm just going to assign it right now because I want them to see it. And so now you can see that quiz is right here under Unit 2. The students would click and it says please take the quiz that is linked below. They can click there and now they can go in and take this quiz and submit.